My stream will actually be serviced. Bit of a dry throat today. It's just one of those days. Excuse me. Right. Java's on. Javelin using Amazon, in other words. She holds it on her shoulder and fires it like a bazooka. Or she stamps with it very quickly. Okay, so let's create a game. And we'll create a game. Yeah, we don't need for other people to join on this one, so this will be a solo run. And, we'll call it easy enough, and then we'll put the password in. There we are. Create game. Now I'm going to go after certain bosses and infield battle bosses. I do like doing a wide variety. We'll start. Tell you what we will start with. We'll start with the secret cow level, which is always good fun. Kill the cow king eventually, wherever he turns up. And basically, I'm in Act 4, right? So, go to Act 1. This is on Hell setting. This is the hardest setting. The only boss I don't tend to do much is Bale with my Javas on. I think Bale is better for my Sorceress and my Paladin, but my Sorceress is low level at the moment. She's still leveling up. So yeah, I'm going to be going after secret cows at the moment. So we need to go to not Cold Plains, no, Stonyfield. Just one of those days when I clicked the wrong way shrine or waypoint. Way shrine, that's from Elder Scrolls, isn't it? Yeah. I'm just looking now on the mini map here. See the mini map is overlaid. Lightning immunes, yep. I might move my poison charm across from, I think it's on my bow user. Bow is on otherwise. Oh, okay, drop anything special. Wonderful. Yeah, the Jarvazon is one of the quickest killers in the game. It's absolutely superb. But then she comes across things which are lightning immune, and that will cause her problems. So you need a good mercenary with you then, or at least a good Valkyrie. Cutting through these bodies, parties. I seriously need to grow up and think of things on a better perspective and goodies and parties. Experience shrine, okay. Yeah, my mercenary use is quite good equipment, really. Fortitude armor, ethereal fortitude, because it doesn't break on a mercenary. That's to pull back life. And The weapon is an insight thresher, which is brilliant. If you're wondering how to make these, there are websites. Excuse me. There are websites which show you what socketed items you need, whether it's a weapon, armor, offhand or shield, otherwise known as shield. How many rooms and what sequence to put the rooms in. Like this one here, the insight. To make that, you need a 4-socketed item, um, weapon, and then you need a Ral, a Tyr, a Tal, and a Sol rune, and you need to put them into that item in that order, and then they become this magic thing called a rune word. Once you make, there's lots of rune words in the game. This is why a lot of the items you find in the game, you find a really good shield. Yay, got a really good shield, it's gold, it's unique, but it's crap compared to maybe a rune word version of a shield. But you know, some of the runes in this game are so hard to find. There's a 0.00000% chance of getting one, you know. This is why a lot of people turn to these farming people that go out in the game in big groups and they farm runes and they sell them on their websites for real cash. This is why a lot of people use things like that, because the percentage of actually dropping it is so low that you know it makes it viable to purchase with real cash what you need. And a lot of people were hoping when this game came out that they would have learnt the mistakes of the original company and made things a bit more easier to find, a bit more accessible, you know. But that's the charm of Diablo, is not knowing what you're going to get when you walk. Like I do magic runs, and now I run with 275% magic find. That's what I run on all my magic characters, and I got 3 of them. But I got a Boazon, which I love, she's awesome. I got this character, which is a Jarvazon, and then I've got my Paladin. Now I am leveling up my 4th magic run character. They will all have 275% magic find. 275 seems to be the magic number for me. Some people say 300, some say 330. But I think as long as it's between 250 and 350, say for example, or 330, 250 and 330, you're good to go for magic find. Do you know, I might even drop it to 250. I seem to, with 275, I still seem to be finding a lot of yellows, rare items. If I dropped it to 250, perhaps I drop more uniques, perhaps. I don't know. Some people say, oh, the more magic find you've got, the better it is. No, I disagree with that, because there's a thing in this game called diminishing returns. So when you reach a certain point, if you go higher than that, you less chance finding. So I always try to be under it, you know, if not close to it. Right, so beautiful. A lot of rares. This tells me I need to load on my magic find into it. It's all a matter of tweaking what works for you, really. You know, if 300% isn't working, or you're not finding, drop it a little bit, perhaps. Or raise it to 330. Try that for a little while. Do a couple of good runs. If that isn't working, drop it to 275. Drop it to 250. You know, just try. You know, higher it to 280. You know, you might find that you're dropping better stuff at 280 than I would be. I don't know if it's locked to your key code when you buy the game. Some people say, "Oh, it's locked to your key code whether you find good or not." I don't know. It's almost speculation about games. Right, check that out. We should be ready to go straight in on the cows, really. Yes, we are. We can put that straight in there. So you make Work's leg with a full 20 tome scrolls in the tome. Boom, and there we are. Secret cow level is ready to run. So I will now drop. I will now swap to my secondary. Jarvazon does kill very quickly. Just pick something up, so just sell it. Go to Deckard, get it identified. Thank you, Deckard. Yes, yes, brother.
Greetings.
Nothing there. Looking for me. Yeah, me. Drop them to my stash. Some of the other characters I rented, so storing these are only used really. I do heal myself with them, but do hold shift and say wherever they are, say 3, shift 3 will heal my companion or my mercenary. So if he loses health, because it does cost you 50k per resurrection for him eventually. Boss there. Right. There was a boss there. Excuse me. She's not doing much at the moment. The Valk, she needs to be higher level. Let's herd these cows a little bit. What I'll do, I'll go around the edge of the map now until I find the Cow King's paddock. And then I will, yeah, welcome on in, viewers, welcome on in. What I'll do then, I will basically go back the other way, map it out. Basically kill everything else and then go back to the Cow King. That's an maybe to like it, isn't it? Okay, let's get the Valk on it. Oh, person re-killed him. Okay, that's cool. Can't complain. Right, let's herd you cows up there. Oh yeah, let's get all these cows together. Come on, you buggers. All split up in different packs, yeah. Bovine of the Revolution. Whoa. We're the bovine of the Revolution. T-bone there. Right, okay, that's cool. People think, oh, why aren't you picking all the money up? Because in-game repairs, yeah, it's good for anything else. It's not really. essential, you know. The currency of Diablo 2 has always been the IST rune or the IST rune. You know, people will value, say, an armor chest piece, and sometimes one day you might be able to buy the Wallabaloo. That's a joke name, by the way. The Wallabaloo chest piece will cost you 2 ist, 2 ist, not twist, 2 ist runes. The next day somebody might be selling it for 4 ist, although you know, it will have gone up in value, or 1 ist, or half an ist, which is a mal rune. And then it might have really dropped. It dropped down to an rune value, which is a quarter of the value. It all depends on the in-game market and the day, really. Some people on this game are very, not being negative, but they are very greedy. And they will ask stupid prices for stuff, and they won't bend on it, you know. And you're like, oh my god, I'd really love to own that, so I'll offer them this. And you think you're doing it really, you know, you're offering them a good price, and they're like sneering at you for offering what they count as an abysmal offer, really. Hey, Mr. Steve Solo in the house! With this lovely green writing there. Oh yeah, hello buddy, how things? Hope you're doing well. Read your comment earlier, I did laugh a bit. I put it up as a joke, I did. I thought it would amuse. Yes. It sort of, it was good because it sort of cleared the air for me as well, you know, so, yeah. But, yeah, it's been a pretty good day so far today. Yeah. Glad to have you with me. Thought I'm going to do something I enjoy, and I haven't done it for a while. I'm going to play some Diablo 2 on stream. It was about time, because everybody else seems to be playing games they enjoy on stream. Yeah, I've tried games which are popular, and I noticed you quick. Yes, it's those fluorescent socks, it is, I think. Yeah. I'm a bit more positive today, so all good. You know, voila, all positive. It's gonna happen. It will be happening, will have happened. You know what I mean? I don't know, I was on a write down there yesterday, like a miserable git should be. But everybody gets a miserable git day. And yesterday was my miserable git day, I think. So, you know, can't complain. Miserable git day it was. Well done. Throw the dog a bone, Steve. Well, I watched a video of the chap saying a lot of streamers make the mistake of streaming games that they think will get them, you know, what they require, and they're not actually enjoying the game. They're only doing it for, you know, for that purpose. And he was saying that's one of the biggest mistakes a lot of streamers do, and this is why they don't get the viewers, because viewers can tell that they're being false, you know, and they're not enjoying the game. And so I'm trying to do it this way now. I'm playing a game I actually do know and I do love, you know. And Diablo, well, as you know, Diablo 2, 22 years I've been playing the original. I've been playing this one a good while now, and it's exactly the same game. There's no difference between this and the original. In fact, this is actually a far better version graphically, and it's a far better version because of the storage options on it. Superb, absolutely superb. They've nailed it. Diablo 3 is a good game, but I think the problem with Diablo 3 and me is this. As a veteran of Diablo 2, okay, yeah. As a veteran of Diablo 2, you know, after 12 years waiting for Diablo 3 to come out, in comparison, graphically it was far superior. But as a game, it didn't feel anything like Diablo, like a Diablo game should feel from a constant player's point of view. And plus, when it came out, it had that stupid idea of a buyer's market where you could literally go there and buy found in-game items on an actual market for real money, which people are doing anyway through what's known as. It was always called one thing on the original game. What was it called? Chinese uncles. Chinese uncles, they used to call them. Have you bought anything from your Chinese uncle? People used to say, and I never understood this. One day I said to someone, "What the hell do you mean Chinese uncle? I've got a Chinese uncle." It's just a nickname for people that sell stuff. Uh, they call them Chinese uncles. Okay, okay. Bit different, I suppose. But yeah, yeah. On Diablo 2, I did a couple of times. I did actually purchase items. Hey! How's things, Hype? Doing all right. Hope you're doing fine today, my friend. Glad to have you with me. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. Do some Diablo 2. Yes, well, Diablo 2 Resurrected, actually, to be honest with you. But I say Diablo 2 because it is. It's just Diablo 2 with better options. It's exactly the same game. You know, the only difference is now I'm finding that my magic find total isn't around 300, it's around 275. You know, they've made it a little bit better on the chance of finding good stuff with magic running. So yeah, welcome on in, come on in. Is it whether you're watching or lurking and twerking, that's up to you. You know, just glad to have you with me for the journey, you know. I got a bit of a blocked up nose. I've had a head cold, you know what it's like, and the nasals are clearing. It's going to take about a month and a half, but, you know. So yeah, welcome on in. Come on in, sit down, grab yourself a milkshake and a big bag of popcorn. No, no. I have no clue about Diablo Immortal, to be honest with you, my friend. I really don't. I'm looking forward to seeing it like a total virgin on Diablo Immortal. I'm really, I know you shouldn't say that word, but that's how, you know, on that sense. It's like Diablo 1 was a good game for the time. Diablo 2, sensational. Far better upgrade. Diablo 3, from a Diablo 2 player's point of view, a big letdown, but a great game still. So I'm not going to be knocking Diablo 3. Diablo 4, apparently, and I'll do that with a little, inverted thing. Open world Diablo. That's got to be good if it is, you know. Diablo Immortal, I haven't got a clue, my friend. Diablo 2 Resurrected is exactly the same game as Diablo 2. Exactly. The graphics are. I'll show you on the screen now. I'll press G to go to the original graphics. That's the original graphics for Diablo 2. They've moved it to the 3D perspective. Paching. Plus your storage, you don't have to. There was always a risk with Diablo 2 that you had to drop things on the floor. The game had to be open for 5 minutes, and then you had to either ask a friend to stand in the game to keep the game open, or risk losing it because the game would think that you're cheating and automatically block you out for 10 minutes. By the time you came back, all your stuff was gone, so you could lose really. I lost a lot of high-end stuff on Diablo 2 over 22 years. On this, you don't have to do that. You just pop things into the shared space in the inventory. There's 3 shared slots, and then there's the character's actual area. So you can just chuck it in the shed, jump on with the other character, and pick it up from the shed. Absolutely superb. I'm looking forward to Diablo Immortal. I really am, but depends how much they're asking for it. If it's going to be stupidly high priced, well, they can sit on my finger and spin on that one for a while, and I will eventually get it. But you know, I played Warcraft for a long time. Now, if they'd have ever made World of Diablo, Warcraft wouldn't have even got a sniff off me. I was never a fan of the Warcraft single player games. You know, when my friends were playing it at the time, and one of them said to me, "Oi, Black Sheep is in here," and they said, "Why don't you play World of Warcraft. I said, well, I never liked the original Warcraft. Oh, it's different to that, but the storyline is the same arc. I said, okay. I said, what's the benefits? And he said something to me, and he said, every month, how much money do you waste? I thought to myself, what do you mean waste? He said, well, 1 o'clock in the morning, you get a bit peckish, jump in the car, and you drive to the nearest gas station or petrol station, and you spend a bit of money there buying pies and crisps, or potato chips, as American cousins would say, big bottles of Pepsi and Coke, and sodas and stuff, sandwiches, and I said, well, and I did it 1 month, 14 British pounds, which is about $20, $21 if I'm right, or maybe just under that. And I thought, well, £14 is a lot of money to be wasting every month. And if I don't need to, it's just, I got food in the house, it's just, I wanted that extra chocolate bar, or, So I invested in my first month on World of Warcraft, and I only had the original game then, I didn't even have the first expansion. And I absolutely loved it. Absolutely loved it. And yeah, well, I did about 4 years playing, World of Warcraft. Up until the end of the Lich King, I did buy Cataclysm, and I think it ruined the game. My personal opinion. A lot of people may love it, and a lot of people probably love Pandaria, and everything came after that. I haven't got a clue. But yeah, World of Warcraft. I did lose interest after the Lich King. Up to that point, I really enjoyed the game, but yeah, I was always mining with one character. I was making stuff with other characters. I did love the game. Don't get me wrong, and I used to enjoy go back and killing the Fell Reaver in the Outlands. And I used to type stuff like, "Well, Mr. Fell Reaver, we meet again. When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master." And I'd kill the Fell Reaver, and people would be like, "Yes!" Because that thing wandering around, that giant robot wandering around, crushing you under his foot, when all you're doing is looting and stuff, annoying, very annoying. When you're leveling up. But I went back at high level and usually took revenge on him and beat him to death. Little dead person, giant robot. Little dead person, giant robot. Yeah. Have that, you bastard. So yeah, I used to go back and kill the Fell Reaver, just for a laugh more than anything. But yeah, the Warcraft run its course with me. I went on to other stuff. I went on to play Star Wars Galaxies for a couple of years. Became a Grand Admiral in the Galactic Empire on that. I just love that game so much. Still playing it on Redemption 3. No, not Redemption. Restoration 3 server. Full game and playing on there. Did play on Star Wars Galaxies Legends. That was awesome. I've been playing stuff like The Elder Scrolls Online. I played Guild Wars for a long time as well. The original Guild Wars, not Guild Wars 2. I did have that and all the expansions. Beautiful game, absolutely beautiful. And I went on to Call of Duty, Battlefield, Battlefield games. Never played Battlefield 5 and I won't. Did play Battlefield 4 but didn't pick up on it too much. Battlefield 3, they effed me off on that because I did buy the premiere on that. I thought, premium, I got Battlefield 3 Premium, it's an amazing game, and after about a year they shut it down and brought Battlefield 4 out, and I'm like, totally screwed out of my money, and I can't afford to waste money. Thank you EA, you bastards. That's what I said at the time. But at the end of the day, this is the way the world works. It's all fast paced, fast paced, fast paced. But I'm stuck on Diablo 2. Diablo 2 Resurrected I absolutely love. It's amazing. I'm a magic finder. I use 275% magic find on all 4 of my magic find characters. Good shit. Job done. Oh, there we go. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, I've got a friend who lives in Kentucky. He's got his cow. Well, don't keep it. I'll have get hold of the cow, see what he's doing. I haven't seen him for a while. He's a former truck driver from Kentucky. Hell of a nice guy, hell of a nice chap. Had to quit work because his eyesight was going, poor bugger. I do love cows, you know, we're like brothers, like, I've been brothers for 20 odd years. Cool guy, very cool guy. Right, so I've mapped it out almost. Right, going to finish the cows on the left and take the Cow King on. It's easier somewhere. This is his paddock. Right, let's oh, that's quicker. Right, let's go back to that. There he is, he's in this group. I took the Cow King down. Doesn't look like he dropped anything worth having, to be honest. He has been a bit tight lately, the old Cow King. Yeah. That's it, there worth having. It's not really suggest. Oh, my mercenary's got Holy Freeze as an aura, so it freezes the enemy in place. It is very beneficial for crowd control. That's the cow level finished. So I'll jump back to town now. Follow that. That's not what's about. Yeah, okay. Right, okay, we're doing alright, yeah. Steve has nipped off the food, I do believe. Should have been buying the storage here. So it's just, well, we're keeping that. Put that into storage here, so it can be shared between my characters. See the three. This is stuff I'm waiting to use. I can make a sword there, spirit sword. Balrog skin. That's ethereal, see, so that can only really be used on a mercenary. If you wear it, it'll break, and if it breaks, you can't fix it. But it doesn't break on a merc. So yeah, it's beneficial like that. Yeah. That's a better option actually, because that pulls back mana. Okay. Drop that in there, that's for the next time. Yeah. If that was 3 sockets, that would be worth turning into a treachery, because that would have higher. Yeah. So, reads the tail. It's good for. It's good for the piercing factor. Piercing damage. What am I using? Nosferatu's, that's far better. See, that's a magic fine belt. Morticia's magic fine belt, so she should keep that on her, really. Right, okay, so if I put that there, move these down, put the gaps in as well. That's a far better belt there. Yeah. That there. That there. I can check on my salt with that. That's salt gloves. So, you know, money, I got loads of money on this at the moment, but you use it for repairing stuff more than anything. Diablo Immortal. I'm not excited about it, and I'm not excited about it. I'm just, okay, let's see how it goes. Let's look at it objectively there. So, right, so that's hers. That can't be. This is Morticia. Yeah, this is Morticia. So that's her belt. That's her troll's belt. That'll stay there. Right, okay. So we're going to take a run now on what's known as the pit in the Timo Highlands. There's an area called the pit, and it's a level 85 area, they call it, which is probably one of the top areas you can do magic runs in. We're headed for the Timo Highlands. Here we are. Oh, the electric's still travelling on. I like it. Let's just kill things here quickly. Yeah, and it was quickly. Oh, small charm, always worth picking up, because you never know, we might be in luck and pick up a really good one and kill him, because he will resurrect the little buggers. Let's get back to health. Right, okay. There we are. Right, what have I just picked up? That's crap, get rid of it. Let's like that. That's crap, let's get rid of that. Okay, let's go. Let's go crazy. Yes. Okay, where is this leading me? Is it leading me where I want to go? It's leading me to the pit. There we are. The pit level 1. Yo, yo, yo. New follows. Thank you. Blessed be to you, my friends. Come on in, come on in. Welcome, welcome. Whether you're watching, lurking and twerking, as long as you're not jerking, I don't mind. Carry on. My handsome, sexy Welsh voice. Hey, hey, hey! Welcome on in, come on in. Nice to have you with me. Yes. Diablo 2 Resurrected your thing? Or you just here for a quiet party? There's no music going, obviously, because copyrighted music, man. You know what I mean? Copyrighted. I got to find some non-copyrighted music which sounds cool. I'm going to have to spend some time doing that the next couple of days. Because I do like music. One thing I absolutely love is music. Okay. Lucy and the High Guy. Welcome on in. Big shout out there to you. Just doing a magic run on Diablo 275. I found is, for me, the best magic find number, but some people might dispute that, say 300 and higher, or some might even say 250. It all depends on personal preference for this, I suppose. 275 works for me. I'm going through this cave system called the Pit. And after my stream, I'm going to be doing food. It's going to be pasta and mincy sauce today. I really fancy pasta and mincy sauce today. Or maybe not, I might do some roast potatoes. Yes, exactly. A very merry met you are. Blessed be. Happily, happily, most of the time the merry parting is a temporary thing. So yes, welcome and greetings and welcome on in. Have fun while you're here. And as I said, whether you're here just to sit and chill or a bit of lurking and twerking, yeah, carry on there. Like free country, you want to lurk and twerk, you carry on. I'm doing Diablo 2 Resurrected at the moment. Later I may be doing Grand Theft Auto 5. I do play on a roleplay server on that. Diablo, it depends how you play it. You have to play the game through, obviously, first. You can get rushed through the game, but you have to play it till you're about level 24, which usually takes you to the tombs on Act 2. You'd be about level 24. Then you say to a very nice person like myself, would you kindly rush me? Or you create a game, need rush please. And the people will usually work out in their head, probably about level 24. They'll jump into your game, make it a public game, don't put a password on, obviously they won't see your game. And then basically they'll rush you through the rest, you know, and then you level up on their XP and all that, on your own XP, and they are killing speed. Basically, yeah, it's you'll be working then with them to um, to the end of that, and then you will go through your nightmare a little bit higher level, hopefully. Um, join a couple of join a couple of cow runs, and then level up on nightmare, and then play the game through on nightmare. Get to hell, get yourself to about level 60, going through nightmare. But then basically, it's playing through hell. Um, I haven't had much trouble really with the Javas on hell. I haven't, apart from lightning immunes, and I haven't had much trouble with the paladin. So I'd suggest a paladin if you want an easy route. So people always say, "Oh, go sorcerer, sorceress." Yeah, sorceress is awesome. But every bugger and his grandmother is playing sorceress. You know what I mean? Why be the same as everybody else? Because it works, Black Sheep, you don't. Bonk. Oh yeah, yeah. I can understand that point of view too. Because it works, yeah. It does work. The sorceress is a phenomenal character. Has teleport and, can't complain. Not complain. That's okay, what we do here. Killing things again. So here's a question for my viewers. Shall I do my pasta mincy sauce or shall I do roast potatoes and maybe a couple of turkey burgers? What is Black Sheep having for food today? This is a good question. What is Black Sheep having for food today? So yes, a massive shout out to you, Lucy and the High Guy. Yeah, massive shout out to you. Blessed be. And well, hope you enjoy your stay with Monsieur Black Sheep. My roasties are sort of half cooked. So really, I was thinking of I am going to cook them anyway. So air frying them. Put a little bit of oil in as you do, and air fry them. But I got lovely gravy. I got sausages. I got skinless sausages. I like skinless sausages. Um, Thought of eating some synthetic outer, whatever it is, plastic. Um, yeah, I don't tend to eat much pork anyway, but to me, sausages, but the only thing I do eat is pork really. Beef mince. I got steak beef mince. I got a couple of normal burgers actually too, if I'm correct. I might finish them off with it because that makes sense. They're roasted. They're gonna. But yeah, roasties. Oh yeah. And nothing will ever beat Yorkshire puddings. Yorkshire puddings with gravy, man. And especially Toad in the Hole. Oh my god. Toad in the Hole? Perching! A meal in itself. If you're not from the UK and you're not familiar with Toad in the Hole, it's basically a Yorkshire pudding mix, batter mix, with sausages in lines. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Toad in the Hole. It's actually a thing if you're not familiar with it. And then you pour the gravy, you cook it up in the tray, and it's done like a giant Yorkshire pudding. It is really with sausages, which you half cook first, and then you put it in for 20 minutes to cook in with the batter, and it comes up in this big, looks like bread with sausages in it, and you pour gravy over it. When it comes to food, I like my food. Oh yes, I do. I didn't end up in a fat bastard not liking food. You know what I mean? Yes. Sorry, but food. My biggest thing is, oh yeah, chin metal food. Oh yes, yes. You know, people say, oh, yeah, he's fat, he is. Yeah, but I'm fat, and it's all important that I've been paid for. You know what I mean? You know, get. I moved in back in 2002. It would have been 2001, 2002. I moved back in as a carer for my elderly mother, right? And I was about, in British weight measures, 12 stone in weight. You know, I wasn't a bad, lean looking heavy metal guy with the long hair, the leathers, and the denims. Oh yeah. Within a couple of years of not cooking and ordering in takeaways all the time, I was already 17 stone in weight. And I was like, even the guy delivering the food said to me one night, he goes, "Do you ever cook?" Nope, nope. Just order food in. That's what we did. You know, me and my mother. She passed away in 2011, but that's what we did for a long, long time. We just ordered food all the time. We must have been constantly for about 3 years. We didn't cook at all, at all. It was a pizzas, and it was because they always do the offers on the pizzas, buy one get one free. And if you're ordering a 12-inch pizza, you know, oh my, yeah, yeah. I used to invite my friends around just to eat pizza because we were constantly buying pizza. Yeah, kebabs, burger meals, and Pepsi. I don't know whether you're a Coke or a Pepsi fan, but I've always been a Pepsi personally. Pepsi has always been my favourite of the two. Some people may prefer Coca-Cola. Well, Coca-Cola's fine. I do like Coca-Cola. But, I'm more of a Pepsi person. But, that's just me. I don't drink any of this bloody low sugar stuff and caffeine. No. You know, when I go to the next plane of existence, let's put it that way, I want to know that I've enjoyed my food, and I'd rather live to I'm 60, 65 than 140 years of age or whatever, life expectancy will be in the future. Knowing that I enjoyed my food. Yes, exactly. 'Cause some of the stuff they're chucking into, even children's drinks, right, can cause brain cancer. I was reading up on all this stuff, but not saying all the companies do, but some of the companies do. They put such dangerous stuff into these drinks, and they're selling it to kids. I'm like, should that even be a thing? Wow, wow. Yeah, so I'm going to over the next couple of days find a playlist of non-copyrighted music because I'm a big music fan. You know, I like a wide variety of music. Heavy metal is my thing. I've been a metaler for 40 odd years. Because I'm 54 years old now. I'm not a young man anymore, And metal, I like ska music from the late 70s, the Specials, Madness, Bad Manners, all the popping round, Skinheads, Crombies, Dr. Martens, yeah, I loved that whole era, it was beautiful. The problem with that era was you had skinheads who were into the music, the genuine skinhead reason, and then you have the racist side of skinheads, and that just didn't mix for me. Oh, I will write that down actually. Right. Writing that down right this second. Audio notes. I'm writing that down. As long as it isn't some, I'm not being funny on this, as long as it isn't some blooming girl that looks like every other girl on the planet doing a crap version of Glee version of a song, I'm good with it, you know? Because when Glee came out, everybody was like, oh, Glee, Glee. No, I remember back in my time, we had a program very similar called Fame. I want to live forever. Da, 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 da. Hey! You know, brilliant, yeah. But then there's been so many programs which copied it. Like, it's like I'm a big fan of the original Rocky Horror Picture Show movie, right? Love the Rocky Horror Picture Show movie. And then a couple of years back, they dead release a new version of it. And I'm like, oh, this is sacrilege. How dare they do this? Persecute? Kill the hermit? My hackles were up. Yeah. Oh well. Fame, yes. Damn good program with Irene Cara doing the theme tune. Yeah, see? You know. Fame, I wanna live for... Oh, it's brilliant. And Bruno and... Rocky Horror Picture Show. Oh yeah. You know, Tim Curry. What a guy. The thing is, right, I feel sorry for Barry Bostock because he came from nowhere. People sort of knew Susan Sarandon's name a little bit even at the time. But Barry Bostock came from nowhere. He just turned up and suddenly he was the main male character apart from Frankenfurter, you know, Tim Curry. Just, wow. Richard O'Brien, what a guy. You know, that guy is absolutely... I'm sure he's immortal because he just does not age. But I did not know this. I did not know that Richard O'Brien is not British. He's actually a New Zealander. And I was quite shocked. I always thought Richard O'Brien was a British, an Englishman. You know, as we say. I'm Welsh. I'm a Welshman. But yeah, for those that don't know, Britain is not one country. It's not called Britain is not called England. England is just one of the four countries which is a part of Britain, Great Britain. There are a lot of people that don't know that. It shouldn't wind me up when Americans say it. When they say, our American cousins have a big mistake they make, and it does wind everybody else up in Britain who is not English, right? They say, I'm going on my vacation to England. Now, most of the time they mean Great Britain, and it really grips British people hard when they say it, because unless they say, I'm going to England, or I'm going to Canterbury or London in England, which is fair enough because them cities and places are actually in the country of England. It just cracks me up when Americans say, I'm going to England, and they actually mean they're probably going to Scotland, or maybe they're going to Northern Ireland, or maybe they're popping into Wales for a quick cup of tea with mum. You know what I mean? Quick cup of tea with mum. Cwpan o tea, you know? Ydw ti moyn cwpan o tea? Do you want a cup of tea? That's Welsh, by the way. The Welsh language. Fi moyn cwpan o tea? Ydw. Yes, I do want a cup of tea. There is a, talk about Welsh a minute, there is a railway station, it's on Anglesey, and even we don't say the full name because it's one of the longest words of all time. But there is a song on YouTube which teaches you how to say the entire thing, and it's Llanfair, we call it. But the name of the train station from a distance is about this long. You know? And like multiply that 3 times left to right, you know. Llanfair pwll gwyngiell golgerydd, wyndrobol, San Basiliad Goch. And you see it on a signpost. I mean, you know, you have to get a train from one end of the signpost to the other end of the signpost kind of thing. It's that long. But the average doesn't teach you how to say it. Yeah. Exactly. Plus the Channel Islands. Never forget the Channel Islands. Yes, yes, yes. Ah. I think Al Murray summed it up when he was going on about, name a country where Britain hasn't conquered in the past. Yeah, a bit of a touchy subject, that one, really. I do love going to the Republic of Ireland. And I do love the Irish people in full stop. It's a Welsh thing, I think, because we are akin to the Irish and we are akin to the Scots. So we're sort of the old Gaelic slash Celtic countries. And the English, we get on fine with the English as well, but we still see the English as the invaders who came here from the main continent of Europe 1,000 odd years ago, or 2,000 years ago even. Many of them the Vikings, and but they were the invaders at the time. But all of the countries of Great Britain get on these days. I've got English heritage. Well, some of my friends are English, or have come from English stock. I don't care what you are, as long as you're a decent person. It doesn't matter where you're from. It doesn't matter what colour your skin is. It doesn't matter whether you're male, female, or convertible. I think that's the politest way to put the third option. Male, female, or convertible. Um, I don't care as long as you're a decent person and you're not moaning about everything every 2 blooming seconds. It's fine. Life's too short. Life. The way I look at life is life is a fart that blows away in the wind too soon. Yeah, male. And see, the thing is, what you've got to look at with the whole. I'm going to cover this quickly, right? And I'm not knocking anybody because I like people, full stop. Male becomes female, female becomes male on the trans issue. You become one or the other. You don't become some new thing which has got green skin, um, blue eyebrows, and have a horn sticking out of your chin. You became either a man or a woman. Whichever way you go with the trans issue, you're becoming one or the other. You're not going to become anything new unless you invent something new to be recognised as a third gender, which is a bit of both, just to be different. That's the way I look at it. And in 1,000 years' time, when an archaeologist digs your bones up, they're not going to go, this this was Barbara, but Barbara was born called John. No, they're going to look at the bones and go male, female, male. Archaeologists will determine your gender at the end of the day in 1,000 years' time. So it doesn't really matter what people want to be, as long as you're happy and you enjoy life. As long as you're happy, just be happy. Life's too short. Life is literally a fart in the wind of time. Your life will be snuffed out quicker and you won't be remembered. There's all these people leaving headstones. Where are the headstones? Where are the headstones from 1600s and 1500s of these people who died prior to us even existing? They don't exist anymore. They can't. These people are along, and we will be forgotten as well. Get used to the idea. The only people that are remembered are people who do bad things or people who do really good things. You know, Sadly, people like Ted Bundy and John Wayne Gacy and Jeffrey Dahmer will eternally be remembered because they made sure that their names stay in infamy. Hitler, another one who will always be remembered. People, in 1,000 years' time, they go, "Oh yeah, there was a really bad leader, and he led the Second World War, and he came from this First World War generation." They'll still be talking about people like that because they made an impact on history. Me, black sheep, little man on the internet, from Wales, forgotten. Who cares? But I'll probably still be around in some way or another. Some incarnation of me will exist at the time, whether it be a purple skinned, blue haired, black eyebrowed, green pointy horn on my chin creature. I don't care. you know. But yeah, Diablo 2 Resurrected. Now then, I've been playing Diablo 2, the original game, for 22 years, and then this beauty came out, and I was like, ooh. Hello, I'm going to have to get that game. So I did, and no regrets. No regrets at all. This game is absolutely mint. It hasn't lost anything from the original, and it does add a lot more to it. So if you're thinking, oh, I'm in an hour in about Diablo 2, Resurrected, and you used to play Diablo 2, you just get a far better version of the original, and it is worth every single penny, whether it's American penny or whether it's British penny, or whether it's some other denomination of currency. It is worth every smallest denomination of your country. I'm just wondering how you guys are. I hope you're keeping safe, because have you noticed how everybody seems to have forgotten about the pandemic now? It's like it never happened. You know, the last 3 years never happened because this war with the Ukraine, everybody's focusing on that now. It's distract, isn't it, with the Johnny Depp case? And, you know, but somebody asked me yesterday, what do you think of the Johnny Depp case? And I think, I don't. I don't think on the Johnny Depp case. Yeah, why don't I think about it? Because it doesn't have any relevance to my life. It's something happening somewhere else. I think Chubby Brown, the comedian, Roy Chubby Brown, summed it up for me when I was younger. I heard him say this and it just stuck in my head. And no insult to anybody here. And he said, the news is rubbish and they fill your head with so much crap you don't need to know about, right? And what he said was this, from a news broadcast point of view, and then he answered it. He goes, today, hey, Cyberpants, welcome on in. Yes, yes, yes. Was you... Comes on in and calls me a git. Now, for those that don't know, git is a nudge, nudge, wink, wink, polite way of calling somebody the C word without being insulting. It's like, oh, you done me a bugger. Oh, God. Oh, you had me there, you shit, didn't it? Oh, what a git. You're a git, you know? Calling somebody the C word without actually being an insulting C word. That's what git is. Yeah, it's a British term as far as I remember. But yeah, Chubby Brown said, um, today in the Golden Temple in India, Sheikh Mohammed cinched hinge fucked it while he died. So fucking what? Who cares? What's that got to do with me? Why do I need to know that? So what, some rich fucking Indian bloke has died in his temple and that impacts on my life? How? So fucking what? Somebody's dead. Sad for his family, but how does that affect me? It doesn't. Why do I need to know that? I don't. It's like all these celebrities. They're only celebrities as long as you consider them a celebrity and above you. I don't count anybody above me. I count everybody on the same level. It's like money, right? If you thought all the world started thinking of money as nothing but metal and paper and plastic, metal, paper and plastic, it would have no value over you. Society would collapse. It's only because they tell us we've got to believe in this stuff. It's like, who says that gold is valuable? It's just a mineral. Who says it's got this value to it or that value to it? Those who want to make something of themselves. No, no, no. Nothing's got value. Life has got value. Life is more important than anything than looking after yourself and enjoying your life. Yeah, exactly. I'll say it again. Today in the Golden Temple, Sheikh Mohammed Stinch fucked it while he died. So fucking what? It's like this Amber Heard thing with Johnny Depp. Honestly, does anybody actually care? No. If you're honest, if you care about you might as well play The Sims on a computer. You might as well play the Sims game. Because that's what it is. It's reality TV. You know, I watched Big Brother when it first started, right? Say like maybe third or fourth Big Brother. And all I noticed about Big Brother was every time it started, Davina was pregnant. How many pregnancies has that woman had? What's wrong with her? You know? She must have got about 400,000 children at this point. Davina, there's more to life than being pregnant all the time. Come on, like, you know? But it used to freak me out. Every single Big Brother, Davina, oh, Davina's pregnant again. Or is that the same pregnancy as she's just carrying it for like 5 years or something like? What's going on, like? What's going on with this woman? Why are you pregnant all the time? Are you that incapable of not having children and just having sex? Yeah. Who said they've got unique? That's the point I'm getting to, right? I'm starting to sound like a bloody Charles Manson type of character, here, like anti-disestablishmentarianist. That's me. I'm not an anarchist. I just don't like the way society is run. You know, I think greed never impressed me. Chemistry, yeah. No, that's fair enough. You know, fair enough. No. That is an absolutely fair enough point of view, right? But who says? That's what I'm saying. The point I'm trying to get to here is, who says what's worth what? It's like with Diablo, for example. Right? I was on about the money system in Diablo 2, the greed of players. You know, saying it's worth this. Who says it's worth that? And in real life, who says the gold is worth this? Who says the silver is worth that? Who says? You know, for all we know, that the turd that we plopped out in the woods when we were out there thousands of years ago isn't worth as much as a gold bar. You know, that brown lump we've just plopped off in the woods could be worth something big. That's what I'm getting at. It's like, who says? You know, science, fair enough, science and chemistry and physics, fair enough. You know, you can't deny these things. They happen, they exist. Yes, I agree with you. But what human, who was the first human to put value to anything and why? Go back in time and kill them just so they get that thought. And you make life a lot more pleasant for millions of people as time goes by. Yeah. The ones I do feel sorry for are the first humans who had to decide what was safe and what isn't safe to eat. Right? Oh, look, berries, they're bright and red. They were very. You know, I actually feel sorry for them. You know, it's like animals. Oh, that looks like a nice, lovely looking creature. Let's go. Oh my god, I'm being mauled to death. It's a bear, yes. It's a T. Well, we weren't around with the T Rexes, were, but you know what I mean. It's like spider. Oh, well, you know, it's a cute little. Oh my god, it's bit my finger. Oh, he's turned blue and he's died. Oh, it just tickles me. Right. Oh, hello, darkness, my old friend. Yeah, lots of love to you as well, my friend. You know, I'm gonna say a, I'm gonna say a dirty joke now, right? Now, for those people that are not from the UK, the word wank isn't a surname. Like in America, the surname of Peggy from, is it Married with Children, Peggy? Her maiden surname was Wanker, apparently. I got told. No, if you call somebody a wanker in Britain, you're more than likely going to get a punch in the face. Because wanking is masturbation. It's a slang term for masturbating in Britain. For a male, usually. It's a male term for masturbation. Right. This is an adult. My content is for adults. So if there's any kids watching, go and watch the Pretty Colours for 2 minutes. Pretty Colours. Pretty Colours. Because Uncle Black Sheep, or Auntie Black Sheep, depending on how you want to look at me, is talking naughty. So here's the joke. What is the difference between an egg, and a wank? The answer, you can beat an egg. Done. not going to say any more. I'm just going to carry on being filthy and playing my game by ear. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to finish this magic run. Yeah, Peggy Bundy, that's it. Bundy, such a popular name, isn't it? Up until 1933, Adolf, quite a popular name across some areas of Europe. 1945 onwards, how many kids were called Adolf? Not that bloody many. Benito wasn't a very popular name anymore in Italy either, surprisingly. That didn't really drop anything. And being part German, I can actually say this quick joke. How many Germans does it take to change a light bulb? None! We gives the orders! Right, okay. It's done. Got that out of the way. To my German friends, it's done. The German joke of the century is done. No, but I like everybody, you know, and I say jokes. I'll say jokes about the Welsh. What do you call a Welshman on a long stick? A taffy apple. Watching the footy, Macca. Watching the footy when there's me here to entertain you with jokes. Yeah, carry on, mate. It's fine. You carry on lurking and twerking there, my friend. What do you mean, wow, Lucy, as a high guy? You know, if you can make fun of yourself, you can make fun of anybody else. That's comedy. You know, this is what's wrong with the world at the moment. Is it called woke or something? Because I didn't pay much attention to it, because I find that, you know, they may be woke, but I am awake, you know, and, yeah. Well, come on in, everybody. Come on in. You want to lurk and twerk? You feel free to lurk and twerk, watch the footy, chill out a bit there, you know. I'm going to be finishing this little bit of a stream by here a sec. Yes, I'm not finishing streaming. There we are. And I'll go out of here. This didn't really, this wasn't a very lucrative run. But, you know, it's the fun of not knowing what you're going to get. So I'll jump back to town by here, sell all this stuff. Teleport out. But I hope everybody's having a fantastic day today, because it's a nice, it's not a bad day, it's a nice warm day. I'm indoors because I freak out in the sun, you know. I start turning purple and like, oh, my beautiful existence. And I start melting away, you know, to my shoes like.
What can I do for you?
It's just, see, that would be good if it had 3 sockets in it. I could put that on, oh, that's crap. 2 sockets in it, yeah. Yeah, just sell stuff I'm not using. So, what do fire damage? So, fire resistance, oh, get rid of that then, bugger you. And we will put that there, and that adds 9% more fire resistance. So let's have a look. Oh, I'm on maximum fire resistance anyway. So I took that away from there a quick second. Looked at that. Alright, so yeah, that is rather essential. So okay, we will keep that. Well, that's good, isn't it? That's feeling a flash truck now. One last joke then. One last joke. What is the difference between light and hard? I can sleep with the light on. Okay, enough of that.
Good evening.
Okay. Now then, I'm gonna go after. Who am I going after? I'm not going after Andariel. I find her pretty boring as a boss. It's like being a mystical kind of person. I saw this mirror on the back of a door once, and I thought, oh, maybe it's a magical mirror. So I went, mirror, mirror, on the door, make my penis touch the floor. My fucking legs fell off. Would you believe it? Right, we're going to go after Diablo, ladies and gents. That's what we're going to do. Going after Diablo. We're going to try and kick Diablo's ass. Now then. Diablo. Right, okay, here we go. Let's try and get to Diablo without having to kill much on the way. Right, there we go. I do like this Javelin user. She is pretty hardcore. Whether she's tapping them or whether she's hitting them with a lightning beam, you know. So we're going up the River of Flame at the moment. If you haven't played this game and you want to play it, yeah, I will help you any way I can. And as I said, as long as you play it up to about level 24 on the normal setting, I can then rush you through the rest of normal setting and you can level up then, going back over stuff at a higher level, finishing collecting all the waypoints, and so you can jump between areas, and then I will help you through nightmare setting. Always good. Never turn a bit of health down on a game like this. No, that would be foolish. But yeah, come on in, chill out, you know. Gonna be enjoying life, enjoying life. Yeah, so I'm sorry I got no music playing at the moment. Every time I play music, I get a strike. Well, not a strike, but you know, this music is copyrighted. You've got no right to play it. No, I've got every right to play it. I just shouldn't have it on my stream, that's all. Every right to listen to the music they're producing, otherwise nobody buy any bloody music, would they? See, rather than looking at it like someone's trying to rip them off all the time, perhaps they should see it as free advertising, unless they want to get charged for that advertising. They should be looking at it. You know, companies sell, you know, get rid of your solicitors, they're not doing you any favours. All they're thinking about is you're getting ripped off, yeah. Ugh. Right, we are now reaching Diablo's actual base, which is Chaos Sanctuary. Right, let's keep going, guys. See, I'm getting the aura of my companion on me now, so my mana is regenerating as I'm hitting these. I will be picking mana. Yeah, I'll pick that up. Yes. That's it, really worth having profit. These things are a pain. Killing these quickly is good because they hit you with other auras which weaken you and stuff, and you take damage off yourself. And yeah, pain in the arse. The arse, you know. Right, so yes, I will be doing Diablo 2 a bit more often now. I tried to play marbles once in a while. I think Cyber enjoyed testing with marbles last night, as far as I remember right. Let's pick that up again. Just, there we are. Working my way. Orange nails. Orange nails. Fred Rez, no, that's, yeah. The guy apparently who discovered Marilyn Manson. Or put him on his first label or something, I didn't remember right. I liked Marilyn Manson when he first started out. These days I got no time for him. Because, I don't know, since the last good album I enjoyed by Marilyn Manson was the Golden Age of Grotesque. I absolutely loved that album. That was about 2003 if I remember right. I don't know, he seems to have lost his sound. He seems... Plus he became popular, he became mainstream as I saw it, and I was like, oh... Yeah, don't get me wrong, Marilyn Manson, great guy. Very, very intelligent man. And a genius at what he does, you know, but... I don't know, for me, early Marilyn Manson, I absolutely adored. Absolutely adored every second of that man's music. And, since about 2003, I have really following Manson. Right, there's another boss dead. How many bosses here? Bloody hell! Oh, these things are in game to like, are they? Okay. So all I ask of my followers and my friends over here is you look after yourselves and stay safe. Because at the end of the day, you know, what other people believe, you guys matter to me. You really, really matter. Let's have a look at that. Let's identify that. It's ethereal, me, crap. I actually watched the first Matrix movie last night. I recapped on it because everybody's saying, oh, you have to watch the Matrix again, because I didn't enjoy it. Back in the day, I did not enjoy the Matrix movie. I enjoyed the concept of it. I thought it was absolutely brilliant, the concept of the Matrix, yeah. Because there's a lot of talk now that we're living in a Matrix, isn't it? Funny enough, 20 odd years later, 23 years later, there's talk that we are actually living in a Matrix, yeah. You know, that fascinates me. Right, okay, let's go and kill this lot. Let's move forward, kill anything that gets in the way. Got to open 5 seals. Once you open the 5 seals, Diablo will be released. All I can say to everybody is thank you for being with me, you know, much appreciated, you know, much respect to each and every one of you. I do believe I've called you all out as you've come in. You know, Macca, watching his footy there, what a guy, what a guy! Big shout out to Macca there. Mr. Steve Solo is eating his food as far as I remember. Last thing he typed was he was having food, so I hope he's enjoying his food. I haven't eaten today yet. Yeah, so I'm thinking about those roasty taties now, because I tried potato waffles, but they weren't the ones I usually used to buy years ago. And the ones I used to buy years ago, not putting names in, but I used to buy the bird's eye ones, bird's eye potato waffles, like the advert. So waffly versatile, bacon, needed, grill and fry, blah 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 blah. Remember the adverts, you know? And they were really nice and tasty, but these ones, this local brand, I won't name the shop, this local brand, there's no taste to food anymore. It's just like potato pulp that's been put into the same shape as the ones I used to buy, but it's just starch. That's what it tastes like, starch, bland old starch, you know? Right, it's... It's kill or be killed. Ooh, hello. That's a set item, green. green is a set item, so we'll open this one up as well. No, they're all dead. Anything I need to pick up? Nope, nothing. Right, so we will head over this way a sec. Kilo We Killed, Twisted Sister, off their 1986 Come Out and Play album, if I'm correct. Which I bought on my 18th birthday, actually. Yeah, I did. I bought that on my 18th birthday. What else did I buy on my 18th birthday? No, I think it was just Come Out and Play by Twisted Sister. What a fantastic album that was. You know, American metal, there's a lot of good bands were out there in the day. But my two favourite American bands were always Twisted Sister #1 and Wasp with Blackie Lawless on vocal. Yeah, one of my favourite metal albums of all time is Wasp's second album, The Last Command. Just love that album. It just sums up the 80s in 8 songs or 10 songs or whatever it was. Yeah, fantastic album. Eternally grateful to Blackie Lawless for it too. You know, what a guy. What an absolute gem of a musician. That's the ladies like it. Oh, hello. D. Schneider, a lot of respect for the man. The man that speaks his mind. The man who stood up against Congress and won his case. And when they saw the denims and the long hair and him sat there in front of Congress, they all underestimated him. And he outdone them. He outclassed them at every opportunity. Basically told them, shut up and get on with it. And if you don't like the music we're doing, don't bloody play it. Don't listen to it. Kill off bloody Stormcaster. It's dead. Okay. Third scene is open. Now we're doing alright, ladies and gents. Hope you're keeping well there. Diablo 2 Resurrected. I'm going for Diablo. Diablo's going to have his arse kicked now. On behalf of every one of you that have suffered under the regime of Diablo, I'm going to kick his arse with. I'm going to kick his arse. Diablo is going to be needing some help with his bums shortly, because it's going to be so hot he can't sit down. Yes. Don't put up with nonsense of demons and spirits and stuff. You know, one thing does make me laugh, and perhaps Natalie can answer this. Cyber, sorry, because she lives over in the US now. America has got guns. Americans have got guns. America has the highest concentration of Christians in the world, and yet every ghost hunting program we watch made by Americans, they are scared shitless of everything. Guns, high concentration of religion. What the hell's going on, guys? You're not supposed to be scared of anything. If you've got that many guns in your hands, and you've got that much faith in your God to protect you, what the hell are you scared of? I have to ask. Somebody has to put the foot down and ask that question. Guns, high faith in a God. What the hell are you scared of? Well, I have to ask, I'm sorry, but it's been bugging me for a while there. And I haven't had anybody over in the US I could really ask there. But I have to ask. You've all got guns, you've all got this big Christian belief over in America. Most, I'm not saying everybody's a Christian out there, but you've got a massive majority of the American population who are regular churchgoers, while Christians who are not afraid of anything because their God will protect them, right? Yet, you watch one of these paranormal programs and they're shitting themselves because a spooky wookie is in their house or in this building they're investigating. They shouldn't be scared of anything. Americans should not be scared of anything if they got that much faith in their God, that much faith in the gun they're holding in their hand. You should not be scared of anything, my friends. But that is just my observation. It just freaks me out that, I'm pagan, right? That's my belief, but I'm not going to go into it. I'm pagan, I believe in the ancient ways of the world. I come from a very ancient country, a very old populated country as well, with a lot of mysticism. I come from Wales, one of the most magical countries. For God's sake, as we say, we've got a bloody red dragon is our mascot on our flag. How cool are the Welsh? We've got a dragon on our flag. A big dragon. Big, red, fierce dragon. Best flag in the world, my opinion. Thank you. We might be a small country, but nobody messes with the Welsh because we just keep to ourselves, chilling and relaxed. Plus, if we can hold out against a larger country, which we did for 300 years against the English back in the day, and I died. Okay, there's obviously a boss there with, he's got a might. That's what happened there, he's got a might aura. Okay. Might aura. Okay, let's resurrect him now, and I'll go back and get my stuff. See, my stuff isn't on me now. Right, so I will, I'll put this over here, we'll pick these off one by one. But by faith and by right, Americans shouldn't be scared of anything because you've got so much weapons in your hands, you've got so much faith in your God to protect you. I don't see how Americans could be scared of anything, absolutely anything. Plus, you've got nuclear capability. If a ghost is that much of a problem, nuke it. Well, teach the naughty ghost. Right, where am I dead? I'm dead over here. Okay, so I'll scout round to my body. Oh, there's a little bastard killing me. That's shit for there. Yeah. Kill him. That's it, you little bastard. Right, let's put these back in place then. So we can take on Diablo. Right, okay. He had an aura around him, a might aura. Now he's gone, his minions don't have the aura. Revenge is a bitch, best served cold. What was that dish? Revenge is a bitch or a dish? So farted and blaming the dog, then realised your dog died 6 months earlier. So, oh, yeah, okay. I got a ghost hunting app on my mobile phone. Well, I did have. My mobile phone's broke, so. And I'd be sat here like this, and the ghost would be behind me, and I'd say to the ghost, "Oi, hang around behind me here where I can't see you. Come in front. If you're that brave, come in front so we can talk." Spirits don't bother me. The living worry me because the living are quite strange, but yeah, the dead don't bother me at all. You're dead, I'm not. Get used to it. If you don't like it, tough. Tough to goose. Right, we're almost about done here. I'll be swapping characters shortly, going over on to maybe my paladin or What would you like to see? A paladin? I'm a Zealer paladin, so it's very hardline. If you're not familiar with the Zealer paladin, they use the skill of Zealot or Zeal to kill very quickly, and they take down most bosses. The only trouble you'll have with the Zealot if they come up against anything that's got an aura which weakens them. No, superior Etin axe. 3 sockets. So I'd look up on the line now, 3-socketed rune words. You know, put up there. Right, we're good here, ladies and gents. We are good. Let's open the last, no, last but one seal there. Let's open the last seal. Right, here we go. Everything drop with Harvey. That's it. Right, let's go and sort Diablo out, guys, girls, and convertibles. There's Diablo. Trying his best to hurt me. Ooh, Diablo, that tickled. Stop it kinky. Right, I'm hitting him, my Merc is hitting him, my Valkyrie is hitting him. I don't know if you saw the cinematic. I'll go out of game and into one of the cinematics shortly. Enter Hell is an amazing cinematic where Diablo first re-emerges. Whoa, that weren't a bad drop, all 8 plates. Not a bad drop at all. That's a low level Boazon's item.
I can't carry anymore.
Okay. Pick it up to sell it. Right, okay, Diablo is dead. He dropped, you know, that is going to be mint. When I identify, that's unidentified. I take it to Deck Arcano and he'll identify it for me. That should be over 1,000. Should be over 1,000 in defense. I think it's a corpse ball if I'm correct. But I can't wear it. If I wore that, unless it's indestructible, it will break. And if it breaks, I'll fix it. Right, so I'll sell that. Sparking nail. Good money in pocket. Right, so we're good. Let's have a look. Corpse ball. Yeah, that's brilliant defense. What else is on there? Level 2 Iron Maiden when struck, so if they hit him, they'll take the damage they inflict. So whatever they hit him with, that's quite good actually. But it's not better than what he's already wearing. I'll keep it. I'll keep that actually. I might chuck that onto my mercenary on my sorceress. War Travellers. Then we'll 25%. I lose 25%. Magic Find. But I've got 25% here easy. I can always add some of these to counter it. Yeah, I'll change the ring. No, I don't want to change the rings. The rings are working fine. They're pulling back a lot of mana for me. Okay. Right, I will send my... Even though my paladin is quite tough on here, I still send my paladin to kill Bale. Well, I did promise you that I would be doing something else first, so I'll do that as promised. I'm going to park this character over here. Go out of game a sec, ladies and gents. Now, Enter Hell is it's a cinematic where the Wanderer has been travelling with Marius, the old guy, leading him and following him and being with him. Marius gets to Act 3, to the Temple of Zakaru, where he sees something he didn't expect. And, right, we shall go back out to here now. We'll go to the cinematics just for you, ladies and gentlemen. to experience this. Yeah, he's followed the story, so I'm not going to spoil it. You get these, you get to see all these as you play through. And this is Enter Hell. This is the fourth cinematic. This is explains the three eternal or infernal brothers of this game. Because you've got other bosses. You've got Dandariel, you've got Bloodraven, you've got Duriel, and eventually Uriel. But the main three on this one are Mephisto, the Lord of Hatred, Diablo, the Lord of Terror, and Baal, the Lord of Destruction. Them are the three primevals. And this one is dealing with, you do see Mephisto on this one, and you do also see Diablo. So let's see how Diablo came back on this one. Here we are. I hope you can hear this alright, ladies and gents.
I did as you told me, Tyrael. I found the temple of the Zakarum. In the deepest recesses of the temple, I found a dark gathering. My companion, the Wanderer, Dalrasha, and a great evil who can only be the Lord of Hatred himself. Mephisto. I heard a voice that, like a thousand needles in my heart. My brothers, at long last we stand reunited. The infernal blade has been prepared, and the time of our final victory is at hand. Let the way to hell be open. Their evil that was once vanquished shall rise anew. Wrapped in the guise of man shall he walk amongst the innocent, and terror shall consume they that dwell upon the earth. The skies shall rain fire, and the seas will become as blood. The righteous shall fall before the wicked, and all creation shall tremble before the burning standards of hell. What I saw then was not meant for mortal eyes. The gate stands ready. Now, my young brother, the time has come to assume your true form.
I tell you what. We will skip that a second. I will go into my options here and we will knock the sound up. Now tell me if it's too loud when it comes back in, right? Okay, so I'm going to go to, you can barely hear it, you said. So if I knock it to about 25%, perhaps, if we get it on there, no, not 29, 25, that's the one. I'm going to try it on 25%. So Cyber, if you can let me know if the volume is audible, you can hear it, we'll try that again, okay? Here we go. Let's do the cinematics and let me know as soon as possible and so I can alter it if need be. Thank you.
I did as you told me, Tyrael. I found the temple of the Zakarum. In the deepest recesses of the temple, I found a dark gathering. My companion, the Wanderer, Dalrasha, and a great evil who can only
You can hear it clearly, yeah?
Lord of Hatred himself. Mephisto. I heard a voice that, like a thousand needles in my heart.
My brothers, at long last we stand reunited. The infernal gate has been prepared, and the time of our final victory is at hand. Let the way to hell
Be opened.
evil that was once vanquished
Shall rise anew.
wrapped in the guise of man, shall he walk amongst the innocent, and terror shall consume they that dwell upon the earth. The skies shall rain fire, and the seas will become as blood. The righteous shall fall before the wicked, and all creation shall tremble before the burning standards of hell.
What I saw then was not meant for
Here we go.
mortal eyes.
The gate stands ready. Now, my young brother, the time has come to assume your true form. Arise, Diablo, Lord of Terror. You are the harbinger of our return, Diablo. Send forth your terror into hell.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed that. That was one of the cutscenes. Number 4, that was Enter Hell. It shows when Diablo first shows his true identity and sends his terror back into hell. Absolutely superb. Absolutely superb. So we shall carry on. We shall carry on. I was in between swapping characters. Okay. Here we go. Now then, we've had her. She's the javelin user. Now, I got my boas on. She literally goes around straight and she doesn't really have a problem with immunes because she's got a necklace on which breaks their immunity. She's got an awesome companion who uses a helmet, if I'm correct, called Delirium. Now, the Delirium helmet, if she gets hit, there's a small chance she becomes a pygmy skeleton with a big knife, which is quite funny. It's annoying if you wear one yourself and you get hit and turned into one of those things. Yeah, that is annoying. But she does crowd control on a mass thing, like with cow level, for example. Um, the cows will be coming at you in a big group, and then you can just sit back and just strafe them, or you can go into multi-shot, shooting out a fan of arrows and just wiping the cows. As long as you've got the Pierce level, good. One big problem with this game is getting frozen while you're attacking. So, some bosses explode when they die, and they freeze you for about half a minute, and it's annoying having to run slow. And so having a shield on characters, they use a shield, like for example a rune word shield, you could use that because it says cannot be frozen. Having a trans necromancer belt, which cannot be frozen. There's the Ravenfrost ring, which cannot be frozen on it. Some creatures will still freeze you though. It depends on their aura, but generally most of them won't, can't at that point. Right, so Cymru. Well, he is my paladin. he goes in and he's basically chop 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 chop, chop really fast. He's right. Okay, so let's create a game for him. Oh, I see the bots are out again trying to sell their wares. Block. I block all the bots. So we'll create a game now. Put less on the end of that one. And here we go. This is a paladin now, a Zealer paladin. Some people use different types of build for their paladins. I like Zealing. Zealing is fast hitting. I'm using a Grief Sword. 275% magic find as well. I've got on my, you can swap between, see, you've got two sets of weapons. This is my main. It doesn't look like it does much damage, but that thing cuts through most things very, very quickly. My shield is, as I said, a rhyme shield. It's an easy shield to make. It's 2 runes, a shale rune and an eth rune. And all we need is a 2-socketed shield, a rhyme shield. There we are, 25% magic find on it. If I swap to my secondary weapons, I've got a Schaefer's, so I can still do damage, you know, still damage. And I've got a lower level rhyme shield there. Cannot be frozen, 25% magic find, you know, but at the end of the day, lightning absorb, the resistances are important on hell. Yeah, really are. So this character is using quite a dwarf staff. By using a dwarf, you know, that's 50% magic. Fire absorb. So if fire is fired at this character, or lightning, the absorbing of that item, of the lightning or the fire, actually heals the character, which is very nice. So let's get my holy shield up and running, get my fanaticism, or is it fanaticism? Let's have a look. No, this shouldn't be fanaticism actually. This should be redemption. Redemption, when there's dead around, you've killed loads of things. Redemption aura will pull health back to you. So yeah. Right, let's go on to fanaticism. Right, make sure I got all the pots, yeah. Well, what is my companion using? Vampire's Gaze helmet for pulling life and mana. Okay. That is superb. That's an ethereal bone hew, which pulls life and yeah, that's fine. That's absolutely superb. That's what I wanted to replace. I knew there was one character not wearing what I wanted them to be wearing. So Mavina's is fine. It's a good set. It's an Amazon set. So I'm going to swap that out for Corpse Mod now, which does more defense. I think my Boazon has actually got a Mavina's set, but only uses it, say now, Cyberpunks or Lucy and the High Guy were playing, you know, and they needed help to get through certain bits. My character would probably not use her magic find items then. She'd use her combat gear, which usually has better defense. I got armor and weapons sitting here waiting to be ruined. You know, helmets with pull back health and stuff. You know, the shackles, that is worth an ist rune. I could sell that actually, I'm not going to use it. My sorceress already has the full Tal Rasha set, which is the main set for a sorceress. The full Tal Rasha set. Easiest character to build on this game is a necromancer, a summoner necromancer, where you start summoning up to 10 or 12 skeletons and 10 or 12 skeletal mages. So you've always got an army around you once you kill one, and once you've got corpse explode, like that cow level you saw earlier. Now I could go on there, kill one cow, explode it, and it kills another 3. Explode them, and it keeps killing. So you end up with a massive blood splat on the floor of all these dead cows. You can explode them like landmines. Once you get a corpse, you explode it, and that's how you cut across the battlefield. Necromancer, very, very fine character. Not too good for magic find runs. Good for helping other people level up and stuff, because your army will protect them as well. Especially if you're using, let's say, on your mercenary with the necromancer. You use, for example, the delirium helmet, which crowd controls the enemy. So they start fighting each other. You know, it confuses the enemy. You've got a pack of, say, 30 cows attacking each other. Just sit back and let them kill each other. But it's quicker to, you know, corpse explodes the XP, watch the XP bar go all the way up. As I've said, anybody wants to play this, give me a shout. I will game to the end of time on Diablo 2 Resurrected with you. No problem at all. There's always something to find, there's always something to do. You know, it seems limited. Diablo 3, great game. Don't get me wrong, great game. Faster paced. But it didn't have the same hit on me as Diablo 2 did. But everybody is different, everybody likes different games. You know, if you like Diablo 3, that's fine. You might still be a lover of Diablo 1, which at the time was a fantastic game, because the nearest you can get to Diablo 1, if I'm correct, back in 1996, when Diablo 1 came out, or Diablo as it was called in the day, it was just Diablo, it wasn't Diablo 1, it was Diablo. I think the closest you could get to that game at the time would have been Advanced Hero Quest. Because most people were still playing Dungeons and Dragons and stuff on paper. You know, it was in their imaginations. There was very little, unless you were doing the text adventures and stuff, or playing the old style console adventure games and stuff. You know, I was playing. What was I playing before Diablo's days? I was playing the Nintendo 64, and I had GoldenEye. Obviously, everybody had GoldenEye on the Nintendo. I had Donkey Kong 64, which was alright. I had Tetrasphere, which was Tetris on a sphere. It was an alright game. But my main game was Perfect Dark. And I just loved that game. Go around shooting people and working your way through and rescuing the alien named Elvis. And just such a superb game. We used to play multiplayer, 4 people on one screen, like, you know, with a cross in the middle, like, you know. Yeah, superb. Right, I'll put this armour now on. Sorry about that. I'll put this armour now onto my mercenary. Yeah, can't fix this armour, can I? No, because it's right, but it won't break on the merc. So
I'll put that to good use.
3,000, yeah. If he gets hit now, there's a 6% chance of level 2 Iron Maiden, which will turn the enemy's damage back on themselves. So what's his resistance is like? Not bad for hell. Not bad at all. The damage is very good. Oh yeah. That is superb. Wow. I think my Boazon's mercenary is using what is my Boazon's mercenary using? Fortitude armor. And I think it's an ethereal one, it's over 2,000 defense. I think using similar to this as well, if I'm correct. I'll have to check. We'll go on there after now, but what we're going to do, let's go look, see if we can get the Bale at all. Let's get my resistances thing up a sec. Just in case there's any glooms in here, because they hit you with lightning, there's 5 of them, you're dead. Imagine if you're lightning immune. You know, it's like a massive Death Star shot of Star Wars. Okay, so we jump into Act 5 now. Right, okay. I mean, should be immune to a lot of things here. Right, they're not, they are fine. Yeah. The Iron Maiden effect is really screwing them up. Wow. I'm quite surprised by that. Iron Maiden's gonna get you no matter how far. I see the blood flow watching my chair up above my head. So, what are you guys' plans for today then? Anything planned? I'm losing health again. What's that? Charging after it, Yes, anytime you want to just charge after like a balloon, feel free. Right, we're doing the right here. Yes, we are. There is a lot more to this game as well. We've just covered the surface of it, really, because there's a lot of crafting goes on. You know, you gather this ring or that jewel, and you mix it with this rune, and you know, all within the Heraldric cube, and this result will happen. And oh, yeah, shit bag. I got them. That's not too bad. Ah. Yeah, no problem, Simon, no problem at all. I know that feeling, ordering online. Yes. Right, so, I will, while you're,
Afternoon.
no problem. Right, let's get back in there now. Let's go keep, yeah, we'll get my body back, and my equipment. Get to Diablo, kill Diablo. Hopefully he'll drop something decent at least, you know. Oh, there we go. Let's put my stuff back in place. Full plate. Okay, we're doing alright, yeah. Yeah, this is the way. Heading out to the next level. If there's any glooms or spirits like that on here, we will have to refix the thing. So far, so good. Haven't seen any. Oh, they will mess you up in seconds. Really. Frozen ball, okay. That's a good thing, I suppose. Look, Daraga, forward. Yeah, go back to the old Warcraft days. Oh yeah, it was good. You know, I can't knock Warcraft. It was really good for the raiding and stuff. It was all good fun. Back in the day, my favourite character on there was I used to like Wildspawns, who was my undead female Death Knight. That's it. She was awesome. Wildspawns, or Granny Waz, as everyone used to call her, because you know I've been playing the game longer than they had, so we used to call her Granny Waz. But he was once, yeah. She's one about her boobs. Yes, they're real. They're not mine, but they're real. I'm like, really? You want to talk about your lady bits? How you stole somebody else's? Yeah, really? That's the way this is going. One guy I want to give a big shout out to who's been, trying to help, stubborn old me, being a stubborn old git like I am, he's been trying to help get me affiliated because he knows it is frustrating the journey. So I am going to give a big shout out to my good friend Mr. Steve Solo, who's constantly there, either making me cry laughing with some of the stuff he comes out with, or just good advice. A big shout out to Mr. Steve Solo, and a big shout out to all you guys, girls, and convertibles out there. It's just, if you're not happy being a guy, be a girl. If you're not happy being a girl, be a guy. If you're not sure what you want to be, well, that's fine too. You don't have to choose. You could be a mix, a phasmophobic. Don't tell her, but I think Cyber's lost the plot. It happened. It finally happened. She's lost the plot. It's fine, Cyber. Awesome. And where's Elder keeping there, Cyber? Is he doing alright, is he? Right, sorry, ladies and gents, I am actually paying attention. It's just sometimes you've got to concentrate on your but then with games like this, it costs you a lot of XP, a lot of actual money in the game to get your life back. So, assuming that I have a life. Well, he went for a pee and then went back to sleep. So he's standing by the toilet having a pee while sleeping. Or did I read that wrong? I think I read that wrong, didn't I? Oh, these things are horrible. These little skeletons, they explode when they die. The weird thing is, for British gentlemen, standing facing the toilet to have a pee is quite commonplace, right? And it's probably the same in a lot of places around the world. And Mr. Steve Solo's got a story about that. I know he has. I know he has. When he first met his lovely lady, that's the amazing space nymph, otherwise known as Ava, lovely Swedish lady that he's married to. And, she didn't know what he was doing standing there facing the toilet, and it never dawned on me that some places people don't do that. People, boys and girls, both sit to pee. It never dawned on me because I've grown up in Britain. I stand facing the toilet and pee. But do you know where the concept of that came from? Facing the toilet to pee. And here is your answer. It's actually a female thing, not a male thing, it's a female thing from the Victorian era, when the toilet was first introduced into households. Women used to wear big hoop dresses and they couldn't back up to a toilet. So they'd face forward, they had a split in their panties at the time, or their pantaloons, and they would either drop the pantaloons or they would split the middle, and they would walk forward, sit on the toilet seat facing the toilet itself, pee. sort themselves out, back to as they were, step backwards off the toilet. It was invented for women because of the bustle at the back of the dress on the hoop skirt. So women would literally face the toilet to urinate. It was men that used to sit down originally. It wasn't a female. It wasn't a male thing. It was a female thing. So that's a little bit of history of the toilet there. It was women that invented the concept of walking towards the toilet, and peeing towards the toilet. It wasn't a male thing. So yeah, that's historical fact. It shocked me actually because there's a documentary. There is actually a documentary on YouTube about the whole toileting procedure where things came from about going to the toilet. And I was like, wow, I never thought of that. But yeah, it's a female thing, not a male thing. For change. Right, here we go. Let's identify that. What's that? 3% chance there, whatever. Okay. Right, let's put a. Right, put that to there. So, there we go. Oh, I got spotted. Right, and hopefully Bale will be a little bit easier to kill. Normally he's a bit of a shit and he doubles himself up, so I'm going to go back now and grab some potions. Actually I'm not, actually I'm going to move them into place. Okay, okay. Let's have a look what I got here now. No, no, we're all good, we're all good. Right, let's put another potion here. Oh, right, okay. Press that, here we go. There is Bale sitting on his throne. Okay. Come on, Bale, bring it on. Can't pull health back off the dead, so yeah, it does become a bit of a pain. You have to have health potions or rejuvenation potions on you. Definitely. This part, yes. Right, this lot shoots fire, so let's make sure he's got health to start with. Right, okay. Come on, you bastard. Bring it on. What? Wiped out like a snob on a handkerchief. Hey, come and chat again. We shall see you soon. Always welcome, my friend. Always welcome. Great to have you with me. Blessed be.
Evening.
Right, you know. Yeah, well, I play a variety of different games, so it all depends what I'm playing at the time. I think Diablo is still a popular series, and not that many people stream it, so I thought, I know Diablo, I love Diablo, awesome game, Diablo. I might be doing Diablo 3 at some point. I've got a couple of high characters on there, I've got one I'm leveling up, so yeah. Yeah. Give it a shot. Okay, here we go. Another. Done. Right, keep going. come back to town and grab my stuff. I got my gear back now, but I'll sort myself out a little bit. Let's refocus here. Right, okay, refocusing my stuff. Well, I don't want to put that in there yet, twit. You know.
Evening.
I'm doing alright, yeah. Let's just fix my stuff. Sell this crap. Right, okay, I got faster hit recovery. I got 35% faster hit recovery, so I shouldn't take that much damage. Well, I should take the... stand corrected. I should take the damage, but I shouldn't be beholden to the damage. The damage shouldn't linger on me. Right, I've got my holy shield up. Okay, going good. Finish his minions off and then actually kick his ass. That is, yeah, that's great. That's great. That is absolutely great. Right, now then, his minions are going to get tougher. Right, what's this helmet here? This looks like a pretty good one. 2, 3 socket. I could turn that into a delirium helmet, see? Right, oh, here we go. Destruction, right, okay, this is his Bale's last line of defense, right, okay. Right, ladies and gents, let's go and kick Bale's ass. He will now go into his throne room. Well, this is his throne chamber, right. First thing I will do is either send 10 drills up. No, here they come. 10 drills, oh yes, right. So I'll put a portal by here, so if I die, at least I can spawn back in. 10 drills in that. Oh well.
My brothers will not have died in vain.
My brothers don't matter to me. Let's sort this. It's the copy of it.
Thanks.
Bale's copy is dead. So let's go kick Bale's ass. Go. So do you like the look of this game inside that? Bale, bring it on. This is Hell Bale, so he is actually going to be quite tough to kill, but it's killing him quickly is the thing. Yeah, he's not going to last much longer. Yeah, you get used to that when you play it, like really. Bale is down. Probably worth a bit more money than whatever that is. Well, he dropped pretty much shit that time, but yeah, you do get some really good drops for them. It's spoiled for them games. You will never get a final game in Diablo 2. Never! Not to this day will you get a final game in Diablo 2. Just count yourself as told. Count yourself as told. Won't be happening. Won't be happening. No. Yeah, there are some fine games out there. Of course, you've got Path of Exile, which is an amazing game. I couldn't get on with Path of Exile because I'm so used to Diablo 2. But I do love Titan Quest, which is set in the mythology era. So if you like the idea of mythology, etc., yeah, Titan Quest, well worth checking out. Spoiled with other games. What do you like?
Stay a while and listen.
The good thing about rescuing Deckard Cain in Act 1 is the fact you get him to identify things for free, so you save a lot of money on that. No, don't need any of that. Yeah, me. Keep it there. Yeah, we're doing good. Right, I want to go and see if I can kill what's his chops now. Saving cash up as well, which is nice. I want to go see if I can kill Pindleskin. He's one of the bosses, and he's inside Anya's portal over here. That sounds fucking sexy, doesn't it? Anya's portal, there's Anya. Here's a big red portal. It's not sexy at all. Right, so let's go kill the minions first, because these minions will resurrect. Hey, little beep! Welcome on in. Hey, thank you very much for being with me. Big shout out there to Little B. I'm obviously on Diablo, doing my bit, you know, to save the world from primevals at the moment. Hey, glad to have you with me, Little B. Welcome in. Yes, got me tabbed up, that's fine. You want to be lurking and twerking, that's fine too. You know? But no jerking, that's the only rule. Otherwise, across the knee you will be. But then again, you might enjoy that, so I'm not making any judgment on anybody. But just in case they resurrect a sec, let's... Oh, that's crap. Right, so Pindleskin is just after steps to the right. Yeah, no problem at all, my friend. Pindleskin is down. It's a long journey in the Diablo game. It isn't all like you're seeing with me, I've jumped into this area, that area, because I've cleared the game. But, you know, there's more to it than that, obviously. That's just me doing magic runs, and it's not just magic runs. Right, okay, so jump back to town, that's one boss done. You know, you basically start off in the rogue camp, and you work your way through different areas, up into the torture chambers, up into the cathedral. Then, once you clear the cathedral, you kill Andariel, you can go and see a guy in town, and he will send a caravan to take you to Lut Ghilain. Lut Ghilain is the desert area of the map, which is my favourite area on Diablo 2, where you work your way basically all the way through to gather bits to make a staff, like very much like Indiana Jones films. You get the staff, you take it to the tomb, and you plop it in the thing, you fight the boss, which is, if I'm right, Duriel. You fight Duriel, you kill the giant slug. Be prepared for him though, because he casts cold damage, which freezes you, slows your attack down. So basically, you have something which stops freeze and hit him as hard as possible, as quick as possible, with your mercenary, with your Valkyrie, if you've got one, or with whatever you're using, whichever type of character you're using. Yeah, it's simple as that. Then you go to Act 3, which is you've got to work your way all the way then to the Temple of Zakharum to kill Mephisto, who you saw in the cutscene earlier. Once you kill Mephisto, you move on to Act 4. Act 3 is a giant swamp, there's different areas, and it's quite annoying, but it's all part of the process of gathering pieces to make a weapon so you can open Mephisto's place, you can go in and kill him, really. Act 4 then, you're in Hell, so you've gone through the portal of Hell like you saw in the cutscene where Diablo went in through, and you're basically looking for Diablo, or you work your way up the River of Flame, into the Chaos Sanctuary, bang, Diablo, smack in the bollocks, mate, there we are, you're having it, son. You know? And then, Act 5 is basically a battlefield, the battlefields of Ariat. Basically, you work your way all the way, and you come out where where I am now. I'm in Hagarath or Harrogath, or however you say the name of the bloody town. I've only played this game 22 years. Why should I know what it's called? Yeah, you work your way from here all the way through the battlefields. You get to where Bale is, you destroy Bale, and you've completed a setting. It'll kick you out, and then you'll be Slayer. Whatever your name of your character is, you'll be known as Slayer. For example, Slayer Cyberpants, or Slayer Black Sheep, or Slayer whatever. And then you go through it in Nightmare setting, and you'll be Champion. When you complete the Nightmare setting, you'll be Champion. And then you'll either be a matriarch or a patriarch when you complete the Hell setting. Every time you complete the setting, you can go back to the previous setting, which you just completed, and you can open up the cow level. So you can do normal cows, you can do nightmare cows or hell cows, and they all drop different things. You might say to me, Black Sheep, what's the best mercenary I can hire? Well, it depends. It depends what type of character you're running. I personally choose the second act on Nightmare setting. They level up with you because you've got Holy Freeze, which is a good crowd control, or you've got Might, which gives you more damage on your attacks as well. So they are all boost you a lot. So Act 2 on Nightmare, yeah, you're looking for Might or you're looking for Holy Freeze. That's the main staple, really. Some people go for Act 5 mercs on Hell because they wear treachery armor that you can make with runewood. You can have a lawbringer sword, and then have a helmet which pulls back health like Town Rashers or Crown of Thieves, Vampire Gaze. Yeah, it basically screws up. They heal themselves as well, which helps if that's the build you're going for. Or you can go for an Act 1 merc if she's got the right bow, a faith bow, fanaticism, which is his aura, actually, fanaticism. And you've got here you've got settings of setting up your character. Now, I might reset this, but I need to get a token to reset because I've used my 3 free resets, and I've got to trade with people in game. I'll put up offer pull rune PUL, which is an 1/8 of an ist rune. Offer pull rune, need token, or offer rune, need token. It depends on the value at the time. You've got 3 sets of tables here. These are all prerequisites, you don't actually need to put points into them at all. That one is debatable, very debatable. I might go back and take it off actually for points elsewhere. Yeah, that's the Zila build. You maximise that one because that is a synergy for that. Some people use Fist of Heaven, some use hammers. There's a big swirling circle of hammers around you as you walk forward. It cuts through the enemies. Right, let's go and kill another boss. Let's go see if Shenk or Eldritch wants me to slap them about a bit. Right, yes, they obviously do. Okay, lagging a little bit early, so you have to bear with me. It's like having creepy little Jimmy Samples running around, isn't it? Boss there. Was a boss then. Right, where are you, you swine? Shank you over here. He's dead. Shank is down, it is a pixel. Down with the sickness. Okay, the boss said, oh well, what's that over there? Grand Charm. Never turn runes down, because you might get good ones, most of the shite sadly, but you never know what you'll get, so let's have a look. Like, that is one of the top, that's a unique one, that's a Geeds. Little Jimmy, well, hang on, I've lost it there. What are we talking about, Lil now? What? You and I look like a confused that. Come on now. It takes a lot to confuse me. Has Cyberpants lost the plot? Oh, long hair. What? Oh yeah. Long-haired pedo from Leeds. Doesn't really work, does it? You know, Jimmy Savile. Yeah. Act 5. You can run these places for magic runs. I think it was the Crystalline Passage I did a magic run on once and found a find it there, a Hydra bow, an unidentified unique Hydra bow. That is the Wind Force. That is probably one of the most sought after bows in the game. But my bow was on as a better bow than that, and she made it. But it does cost high runes, called a faith bow. Oh yeah. So that is enough now from this character. You've seen the way it runs. This is a paladin, a Zila paladin, very very powerful. I'm going to cut off that character now a sec. What I'm going to do, ladies and gents, I'm going to show you how to, what your options are here. Now, obviously, I've got my paladin, he's very powerful. I've got my javelin user. I've got a character here which I only collect runes on, so I can, move runes across from his collection straight into the shared ones. Jennifer is she's not that powerful at the moment, but I'm going fire and ice with her, just in case of immunes. I do like the sorceress at top level. She's wearing the full Saigon set, modelling it there. Look at the hips, it's all in the hips, it's all in the hip. Right, okay. Well, this is my boas on. Right, but before I do any more of that, when you go to create character, you get options like, do you want to play a ladder character, a non-ladder character? Ladder means certain rune words are only available on ladder, and it lasts usually 4 months. Then your character becomes non-ladder with the items that you had, so you can trade with non-ladder character, other non-ladder characters, ladder items, so which are worth a lot, which they reset it, and then you have to create a new character, delete your old if you want, or you can say sod it to ladder. I don't play ladder. I don't see the point. I wish they hadn't done it. It's like, the way I look at ladder is it's boasting rights for nerds. I'm good at something in life, Right, here's your options for characters, okay, when you make a character. Amazon. You can either create her with a bow or a spear. There's different builds. Assassin. Her armour, funny enough, her armour is called Natalia's armour. So Nat, I think that would be the character for you to play. Assassin. She's good at putting traps on the floor, they shoot electric and very similar to a necromancer, they explode corpses. The assassin, once built, is an amazing character. Necromancer then, obviously. Raises the dead, blows things up, shoots spawns at people. Barbarian. It's what you see on the box. Get two two-handed weapons on him, spin like a whirlwind and chop through the enemies. Oh yeah. Paladin uses auras and might. Very good character. Sorceress uses electric. You can only use two synergies technically. So it's either you go electric and fire, electric and this. You know, it's up to you. It's cold, fire, and lightning. Them are your three. You got poison damage, but you usually get on charms and stuff that you can add damage with. So that's the sorceress. She can teleport as well, which is pretty cool. And then you've got the druid. You can have a pack of wolves. You can be. You can have a bear with you. You can turn into a werewolf, or you can turn into a werebear. You can go melee like that. But whatever's in your hands, you're actually using. You know, when you're attacking, that's the damage that you'll be doing. You can go like a hurricane on this. Like a massive swirling rocks hurricane around you, and you can just walk through the enemies, and it just cuts them down. Good for magic find, very good. There is another build of them, but I'm not sure about it. But them are your general characters, you know. Plus the necromancer does actually have a sexy voice apparently, the ladies say. Yep, there's that. Got to go cook. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go do food shortly. But, you know, we're all good, ladies and gents. Right, so I'll get out of here now. I'm not creating a character, but I am going to go on to my Boazon. Now, I'm going to create a game. Can't see the password there. So, create game. This is how the Boazon works. At a later date, I will show you the Sorceress as well. The Sorceress runs very, very well. Just cuts through most things. Right, so she brings up a high level Valkyrie who will keep her alive. She has got a delirium helmet on her merc. That will be crowd control. I'll show you that with the cow level now, actually. She's using the bone here like the other character was. She's got a very good fortitude. Right, so I'm going to buy a scroll, a tome, sorry, not a scroll, a tome.
Yes?
So, right, buy that. Yeah. Right, okay, that's all good, that's good, that's good. Yeah, we'll buy one of them just to have it. Maximize one. Yeah, buy that, maximize that. Right. She is using 275 magic find count when added up. I'm going to go now to Stony Field. We're going to find Tristram. There we are. This is blocked by here. We're all good. In we go, Tristram. Quick away left. That noise you heard, I broke down his defences with amplified damage. Yeah, I'm going to see Mr. Steve Solo actually to see if he fancies doing a bit of Diablo 3 sometime. Well, Diablo 2 is my bag, but we were leveling up together, only I think I'm leveling as a wizard. That's not leveling up on that. Let's see if we want to carry on our journey together on that. It was good fun. I did have a level 70 wizard, but being a bit of a plank, I deleted it. So, bit of a plank. Bit of a plank. Right, okay. Let's jump back to town. Open the cow level, show you the cow level with this character.
Good day.
Does it have? Yes. Right, when I open cows I will be spraying more. I'm using multi-shot and I'm using go back to strafe to take out the individual cows. Right, so here we go, ladies and gents. Let's put that in there, and we'll go that in there. See, now there I got a full set of Malvinas, which gives you bonuses when you wear it, obviously. But I'm a magic find character, so I don't want to upset my magic find. What am I using here? Perfect, absolutely perfect. Yes, yes. Yeah, she's using 275. Right, okay. Go back across like that. Keep that on for a sec. Ah, there's the 100 poison. Now I wanted to check that onto my other character. I don't know. Wait a second. Should have picked up a... There it is. Right, it's her that's using the... So if she uses that... Okay. She got... Ah, right, she's actually better with that. Lightning 9. Cold. Okay, so that's cold. Resistance is... A little bit of magic. She hasn't got magic on her, to be honest. Okay, I'll move that across by 1 block there. 8, 8. Is it? 100 can go in storage for the other character. Right, okay. Right, so I will put that 10% up there. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Right, ladies and gents. She's good, she really is good. 21, I got 21 on any, no, 23 down. Okay. What's this? That's 21. I've got a 21 of these here, so the thing, 25. I can't mix and match that too well. What boots is she using? War Travelers, wow, okay. Right, okay, we're going into the cow level. Let's get ready to rumble. Let us pull back here. Kraken shell, whoa, we'll pick that up quickly. That is a set item. Guided arrow's funny. Finds the enemy and it never misses, but it only hits one target, so it's good for PvP. If somebody's trying to run away from you, so you could fire that way and it will still hit the enemy. Still really showing up by here. Right, okay. So I can spray them. It does use a lot of arrows, so I will have to. Three. Speed this up, let's heal in up. Shift to 3, that was it. And I've broken his immunity to physical. Boom, down he goes. Lovely, thank you. Okay. Thing is, you got to check through them, make sure you don't miss anything, like something really good hidden, you know. 2. yeah, Cyberpunk says she will be back. She's got to cook. I'm going to have to go off in a little while because I'm getting a headache and I'm leaving today. I'm like that, so it's like you're carried away streaming, you forget to eat. But I will be back, obviously, later to stream some more. Do love it, ladies and gents. How are you lovely ladies and gentlemen today? I hope you're having a fine day. I hope you're keeping safe and warm. Not too warm though, because summer be upon us. Summer be horrible to some, but nice to others. Those that love all that heat and sun. All good to you? All good to you? Personally, I can't stand the sun in that regard. I'd rather be indoors out of it, but probably get that later in the day. You get all hot and bothered by the weather, by the humidity. And I think some countries like Great Britain, air conditioning exists, but not like it is in the US. In the US, you love your air conditioning. It's a good thing that you do. Because it certainly is nice not to be overpowered. In Britain, it never took off like it did in America. It's like people say, oh, I don't want that stuff. What do you want air conditioning for? Open the bloody window. But air conditioning works. Air conditioning is nice. Open the bloody window. Stop complaining. Bows on should have a certain speed on her attack, so increased attack speed is always good. Quicker she can kill, the better. Find out where the Cow King is now. We go straight for him. We won't dilly-dally about. Don't dilly-dally on the way. See, this one I was temporarily a friend. But there, they're back to normal. Kill them all. Kill them all. Black sheep's back, alright. Do 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 do. I should ask Avalon or Steve Soul if they could do that up as a tune for me. Because technically it's not copyrighted, it's by someone who isn't the original band, if I remember correctly. It's done by you personally, So I can use my own voice. Can't use theirs. I wasn't a big fan of the Backstreet Boys, to be honest. A little bit of metalhead in the 90s and 80s and all before, but at the end of the day, that tune was actually quite good for what it was. And yeah, I can see that. I can see a rock version of that being done. That's a very good friend of mine, Mr. Calcourt, perhaps. To have a word with him, actually, see what he thinks. Because, he's always looking for tunes to make better than the original. Alright, here we are, here's the Cow King's partner. areas you're seeing are all amplified damage areas. Comes off my amulet. I'm wearing the amulet at the scarab, it's called. And it is probably my favourite amulet in the entire game. He's immune to physical, so I'm really dragging it for a kill. He's down. He's out of it. In my opinion, 20 odd years I asked the question, what's the best number to get for Magic Find? And the answer I have found on the original Diablo was about 300%. 300% Magic Find, more than enough. On Diablo 2 Resurrected, I can safely say 275. Just reiterating there a bit for the one I missed it earlier. 275 Magic Find. You should find it more than that. You don't need hundreds and hundreds more. You know, you are going to find quicker, but there's a fun in that. Okay, is dead. Okay, arrows.
I am overburdened.
I'm overburdened. I'm over here. I'm going to jump back to town now, ladies and gents. I'm going to have to go and do some food, sadly. So I will have to leave you for a short while, maybe an hour or so. And then later I will be back, obviously,
Stay a while and listen.
to carry on my journey. But I might later play my sorceress. Level her up a bit while you guys are with me there. You know, the inspiration behind me. Yeah. Venus, what's this? I keep finding Venus. I'm going to sell it. Kraken shell, yeah, Venus. I'm up on that. Yeah, we're doing alright. Put that in storage, save that across a sec. Now who needed that? That would be... See her Venus it's fine, she's got a Venus bow. Bloody amazing, you know. And it gives you bonuses when you wear the full set, obviously. As you can see, I will put the full set on now, just for you lovely ladies and gentlemen. See what happens when you wear a full set. You might lose out on speed and stuff a bit, or damage, but that's the faithful. I just love that one. Right, the full set of Arenas gives you. There's what the bonuses are, or you know, the cold damage is amazing on there. Yes, 4 enchant, but chink. How are you keeping? How are you keeping? High, is it high buns 420? High buns? It's a great name, I like that name, high buns. 5 now, whoop, pa-ching. Very sexy, high buns. Yeah, I ain't going anywhere. I ain't going anywhere till you all fall asleep bored with my lovely Welsh accent. Well, I know Cyber won't get bored with my Welsh accent because she is Welsh, but she is living over there in the US. She's living over in the Chicago area, all friends over in the Chicago area. Yes. So I'm going to swap back to her actual gear. Now you've seen what the set gives her, but I'm swapping back now to her Magic Find gear, which she wears most of the time, because that's what she does. She's wearing a belt actually from a different set. She's wearing a Tranul's belt, and the Tranul's belt is from the Necromancer set. Now the reason being, it's got cannot be frozen on it. The funny thing is, if you're using a Tranul's Necromancer and you get the full set, they start floating around like one of those vampire Nosferatu guys with the bald head and pointy ears. They float around with a staff in their hand. It just looks bizarre. Like, yeah, I do like the Necromancer. The Necromancer is superb as a character. But yes. So, okay, we're good, we're good, we're good. Right, ladies and gents, what are we doing? What are we doing? Let's go have a look outside town. Sometimes the best place for this game, a lot of people don't realise this, sometimes the best place to find stuff is just outside Rogue Camp, the first on Act 1. Ah, right, there's a gem shrine. Now what a gem shrine is, if you find a gem, for example, you find a chipped gem, which is the lowest form of gem, and you click on the gem shrine, it turns it into a flawed gem. Of the same type, say a chipped diamond, it'll turn into a flawed diamond. And then if you got a flawed, it'll turn into a diamond. And if you got a diamond, it'll turn into a flawless diamond. And then obviously the top level, then from a flawless diamond, it becomes a perfect diamond. And that goes for topaz, which is the yellow stone, the yellow gem, sorry. Sapphire blue, obviously. Emerald is the green. Ruby the red, obviously. And then you've got you've got skulls as well. You go from chip skull all the way up to perfect skull. They're all used for different things. You can find all the information you ever need for Diablo 2 and Diablo 2 Resurrected online. There are a lot of websites out there, especially for rune words and how to upgrade. And you can even message me and say, "Hey, Black Sheep, what do you suggest?" And I can give you a damn good suggestion. And I'll give you the link for that as well in private message. Not a problem at all. Just let me know what you need. You know, I am a 22-year veteran of Diablo 2, and then I got Diablo 2 Resurrected, which is just even better. You know, original graphics. That's original graphics from Diablo 2. Diablo 2 Resurrected graphics. Absolutely superb. Absolutely superb. So I just go outside town with my bowlers on mostly, and I just kill everything you know, within a certain range of the town. So what game do you want me to stream later? Because I'm tempted to do a little bit of GTA 5 roleplay on the Big City server. If you join the Big City server on there, I would have to do 3.5 hours on the starter Queen's map. Because it's set in New York, the Queen's map. And once you've done your 3.5 hours and they see that it's done, they will allow you then to join their Brooklyn map, which is basically the same map except bigger scale. Now I ride around as myself, because I was known as Barbie actually 30 odd years ago. Basically similar to like a Marilyn Manson kind of name, Barbie Black Sheep, Marilyn Manson. You know, the good and bad side of people, the dichotomy as people call it. And I was known as Barbie Black Sheep because I loved Marilyn Manson and his music, his early stuff, and his, you know, the early days. And I ended up as this weird gothic transvestite character that used to walk around town, even though I'm not transvestite generally. It just went that way, and it was absolutely crazy looking at life from that perspective. Did that for about 3 years, and just had such a laugh with it, you know. And people started taking it wrong. Plus, my kids were growing up; they were starting to get hassled because their dad was a bit strange looking and a bit odd, and I wasn't having that for my kids. So I stopped wearing the goth makeup. I stopped. I've always been a metalhead, you know. I stopped wearing the you know, the trans goth stuff, and I just became plain old Black Sheep. I kept Barbie Black Sheep for a long time because I was known as that because a friend of mine who passed away sadly when he was 30, he named me that. Because I said, Marilyn Manson, now he's got a dichotomy name, give me a dichotomy name. And he said, Barbie Black Sheep. And at the time, if I remember correctly, Barbie Girl was big in the charts. So I just laughed. I just laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed. And it made sense. You know, Marilyn Manson made sense to me at the time because, you know, things weren't going right in my life and I just needed that extra boost to make me realise what I wanted out of life. And that's what I wanted out of life. And I am a bass guitarist. I don't play so much these days because I've got a little bit of arthritis in your fingers. But yeah. I played in Satan Slaves band back in the 80s. It didn't go anywhere, it's just a little knockabout band when I was a teenager. Corpse, I was in a band called Corpse for a long time. CO, and then the R, or was it the P? I think it was the P. The P was the scythe, death scythe, that's it, Corpse. Um, and then when I was in college and I joined a band in Leith called Caustic Tampax. We did quite a few gigs around the country, random gig here, random gig there, you know, money in the back of the hand job. It was always good. So I just say hand job. Like, sorry. Money in the back of my hand job. Right, so that's what I meant. It's backhanded hand job. No. It doesn't sound right. But, talk, you know. Right, let's carry on the journey here. I've always talked myself into trouble. So yeah, I did a few gigs with the band and met a few other bands. You know, I met people like Cradle of Filth. I met eventually, and I got on good with them. Some people said they were awkward to get on with, but the guys who was tiny, I met the Mac lads up in Macclesfield. They were funny as fuck. I love the Mac lads. The guys are awesome. Every single person around that band is an inspiration and a fucking legend. Really. And they're back apparently. The Mac lads are back. So if you want a punky experience with a bit of an edge on it from Macclesfield, beer and sex and chips and gravy is all the Mac lad wants. Yeah. Check them out. Worth every penny. Go and see the Mac lads. I saw them. Well, I knew the Mac lads for a short time. They used to call me Taffy McLad. Yeah. I got letters here to prove that too. And, yeah, I used to hang out with certain bands and met Paradise Lost back in the day as well. Great band, love Nick, he's a great singer. A lot of respect to the guys. I know they've had many changes over the years, but yeah, Paradise Lost, one of the best British metal bands of all time. Never met Judas Priest, but love Judas Priest, love Iron Maiden, love Saxon, love Dio, you know, love Sabbath, you know, yeah, it's metal, man. I was never a big fan of AC/DC, but I don't dislike AC/DC. I like AC/DC, but I prefer them. I can't say I like them Brian Johnson. I can't say I like them Bon Scott. There's certain things I like of both singers. Um, like I said earlier, Twisted Sister, Wasp, big influence on my life from the US. Absolutely amazing. Mind you, talking about US influence, Sesame Street. Come on, guys, give it to blooming Grover and Cookie Monster, Ernie and Bert, Kermit the Frog. Sesame Street for the win, guys. For the win. Big Bird and Snuffleupagus. Cannot beat this. This was a good time to grow up through the 70s and 80s. That's just awesome. Right, anyway. So I am going to be sorting out, as I said earlier, if you missed it, I'm going to be sorting out a non-copyrighted playlist. I have a vast music collection, but I can't play them, see, because they're copyrighted, you know? And the lawyers get all like pissy and oh my god, copyright breach, man. Yeah. Shylock, go get your pound of flesh elsewhere. I'm not trying to make money off you. I'm actually advertising your product for free, so you should be grateful. Merchant of Venice reference there, if you saw it, William Shakespeare. Merchant of Venice. I was studying that when I was in school. What a book. So, I'm going to go around here and go, oh, hello. Something is shooting at me. The shootings begin. I did that. Nearly got myself arrested on GTA 5, the multiplayer server I play on. I said, send me a taxi. My friend is bleeding. All the shootings begin, and the police turned up. What? I played dumb and pretended I didn't understand English that well. Even though I am fluent in English. It's my primary language. I pretended I was dumb and I was from some country which doesn't speak English that well. Got away with it. Probably won't get away with it again because they'll be watching the stream going, ah, knew it! That fuck goes like it. I think that'll be a bit Phantom will dob me in the bugger. Now he's in the police force on GTA 5. Right, ladies and gents, I'm loving doing this stream. I really am loving doing this stream. But I really, really, really don't want to have to go, but I have to go. Because this is the best stream I've ever had. And thanks to every single one of you legends. From my heart to your heart, loves and hugs. Because this is amazing. I'm going to be back in a little while. I'm just going to I'm going to cook my food, I'm going to eat my food, I'm going to go for a shower, and then I will be back within a few hours. And just love and respect to every one of you for being here with me today. Thank you so much. Now, I'll see you in a few hours. You can decide what I will be playing. I might be playing Diablo 2 again. I might be playing Diablo 3. There's a few other options. 7 Days to Die. I might even tonight update Elite Dangerous and get back into my Corvette, Federal Corvette, fly around the galaxy because I have not played Elite Dangerous for so long. I am seriously missing that game. I might play a bit of No Man's Sky. It all depends on you guys. I will get my stream sorted out. I will get a few things added to it. Thank you for being here. Be with me next time. Be with me next time. Come in to the Black Sheep household and have a cup of tea. No scones. No, this is a Welsh household. You won't have scones in this household. You will have Welsh cakes with a little bit of butter on top. Nom nom nom. Blessed be. Catch you soon, guys. Love to all. Stay safe.